why should other people take this course? If you were like me and had some doubts about your facilitation skills and your abilities, and you just need that little bit of boost for self-confidence, this is definitely the course that you want to take. Or if you have no experience in facilitation, this will give you enough confidence to really go on and facilitate your first or second or become a professional facilitator, because you will walk away with the skills and the empowerment, self-discovery that you need to be successful.
One major takeaway for me is the value of relationships in being able to work with people, whether it be in a meeting setting or facilitating a conversation that has to come to an outcome. Or maybe you can work with people to not need to come to an outcome so quickly, but that relationship development to me really connected some of the tools that we've been learning about.
I think the most valuable thing to me is learning about the integral approach. I've been doing facilitation for 15 years, but I had not ever heard of the integral approach, and I really liked the framework for looking at all different aspects of facilitation. So for me, that was really a new learning and a new way of thinking about something that I've done for a long time.
Before I came in, we were all asked to sort of rate ourselves on different aspects of leadership, and really gave myself pretty kind of low scores. Going through this week, I actually discovered that I have some good sort of natural gifts as a leader, and that the stuff that I don't know, I may never know, and that's okay. The key for me is to really strengthen the things I'm actually gifted with and make those sort of my place to offer.
I think one major takeaway is that you can do both the kind of nuts and bolts of facilitation while also concentrating on developing the relationships. I think that you can do both. I think you have a very good way of balancing it, but I believe you can do both.
It's intense. It is a lot of learning, but not in a homework sense. It is, you learn a concept, discuss it, and then you're immediately going to jump into practicing it with people, small group, large group. So you are tested in a practical way on everything you're learning, and other people will give you feedback on how well you're doing.
The class was wonderful. It's one of the best trainings I ever had, because I did not only learn from the materials, from the facilitators, but mostly from the co-participants. My God, it was great. They shared me so many things that probably I did not encounter in the past. Usually in the previous trainings that I attended, it was about the facilitator and the participants. But for this particular exercise, it was so unique because I learned a lot from the participants, which was actually the essence of the model that they've been sharing us for the last 5 days.
It's been amazingly different from any other trainings that I've been a part of, where they try to provide you with all the answers. This really is a journey of you discovering really yourself and your facilitation skills. While we're given a lot of tips, it really is your own personal journey and discovery. You meet some amazing individuals and get to form some amazing networks, but it really is a journey of self-discovery.
It feels magical, but the good magic. Right? So this is Gryffindor magic. This is not Slytherin magic. Our facilitators just created a space where we grew as leaders and facilitators and appreciators of groups in ways that we didn't really notice at the time, and no one has died so far. The most valuable thing to me from the Journey course was learning to really listen better and to start discovering how to hear people's needs and draw that out, and to take people from where they hold a position on something to understanding why, really getting to understand where they're coming from as an individual. And that can help lead to collaboration, problem solving, because you're getting below the first surface levels of issues and positions and down to what people's deeper needs are, which they finally find common ground.
So it's about facilitation, collaboration, and leadership, but it's very holistic. So you learn about, like I said, you learn about yourself, you learn about the culture you're trying to create, and even though you're diving deep into specific technical skills or materials, you're also diving deep within into your own self to learn about yourself as well.
I think that's really what makes it unique, is that it brings folks together from different walks of life and different experiences and puts them in this incubator and allows them to kind of see what can happen if they do those things.
I feel like the experience we had yesterday, and it was really powerful. I had never done anything like that before. Normally I would not like an approach like that, but it felt right in the moment, and it was very powerful in ways that I had not ever really experienced in terms of team building before.
So we were not discussing about just the theory, but there was an actual practice. And most importantly, we were able to contribute something to the community, especially the United Way thing. That was something so unique that I really appreciated. I'm not only attending a workshop, but I'm contributing to something very real, a real issue of the society and the community.
One thing I learned about myself as a leader is that I'm very good at making sure everyone is clear on the group objective. And because, like I said earlier, we were thrown into situations where we were only given a certain amount of time to accomplish something, I had to bring myself out of my shell, and instead of just retreating into myself and standing back, I brought that forward, and it really helped my groups. So I'm looking forward to helping groups that I'm in be really conscious and aware of the objective that we're trying to reach. I think that they should absolutely go to the journey of facilitation and collaboration. They'll learn a ton about themselves and about themselves in a group, and gain a lot of practical tools as well to use in their work and in their lives.
If people are not sure about whether or not taking the class, because someone may think, oh, it's all about facilitation. It is not. So I would highly recommend the class, even for people that are not into facilitation. I think it's a great learning experience and a great journey.
There's so much that's unique about JOFC. Oh my goodness. I mean, so many of these trainings could be sitting and talking to people about the concepts and the theories. Or it could be, let's do one activity or one practice to learn how to do or how to use the tools and the skills that you're learning about. With JOFC, the unique aspect is they don't tell you exactly what tools you're implementing in each of the activities that you do, and they run such a broad range through the 4 quadrants that we learn about, that you're constantly picking up new concepts and making new connections internally, versus somebody telling you, you should be seeing and feeling this. And when you learn it internally versus having someone tell you what you're supposed to be learning or how you're supposed to be connecting the dots, it's definitely a longer process and sometimes a more painful process. But in the end, I've gained skills that I feel more likely to integrate in my job or at home with friends, more so than if someone had told me what I was supposed to be seeing and feeling.
It's in Madison, Wisconsin. Like, really, that's what more needs to be said, right?